mistake that I had the MIAC report. Okay, look, we're real. We have a track record, and I just don't know what to say to you when it's up 400% in the last 10 years, and a meteorite could hit the planet and kill us all tomorrow. You could be struck by lightning. I mean, anything could happen. But to say that this is a big setup with the banksters are out demonizing gold and in all their global stock market moves trying to drive it down. But you're saying, no, they want it up. Bob Chapman, your comments on this.
They certainly do not want it up. And yes, they do own gold. The central banks don't own as much as they had before. And out of 32,000 tons, they probably get 5,000 tons left, maybe as much as 10, but no more than that. They spent more than half of it suppressing prices. Gold production and silver production continue to drop every year because there was no investment in
gold is used in so many industries, and silver is used. I've seen all the major market analysis that they're not getting enough silver for all the semiconductors. I mean, what is... Listen, briefly, because I got to be fair to Woody and Taylor and Brian. I always keep people that disagree on longer. Ed, you sound so angry. You sound so angry. You know, I guess we're the New World Order. We're the bad guys here. I mean, are you saying people shouldn't have got gold at $260 an ounce and made a 400% profit?
Alex, I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying is, and believe you me, you have come up and you have made me aware of a lot of things by listening to you and researching what you say. I have been enlightened by your work. I have to tell you that. I'm not saying you're New World Order. Okay,
but I'm saying you're friends. No, but I get these emails where it's a globalist plan to drive up gold when they're on record and with their actions. Look, your friends are wrong. And that's all I can say. I appreciate your call, Ed. Brief response to what Ed was saying, Bob Chapman.
All I can say is your friends better not show up at my house when they don't have any money because they didn't buy any gold and silver.
Well, I mean, no one ever said it was going to be perfect if things completely collapse. And that's why we say food, guns, gold, silver, but more importantly, gardens, knowing your neighbors, having a plan. I mean, we cover it all. All we give is solutions. States' rights, getting active, standing up to tyranny. It's just, I mean, I just don't get how we've been completely right about everything, Bob, frighteningly so, because we know history and we know our enemy. But I guess it is the messengers that always get their heads chopped off, Bob.
And that's okay. And that is perfectly okay. Because our only motive here is to help people. And what is very disconcerting and very disappointing to me is that so many others don't have the perspective that we have and understand very simply how this all happened and who is behind it.
Well, I mean, I get this all day that I'm supporting a gold standard because I've had Ron Paul on with his Von Mises Institute view, and I've had other groups on, and I promote films like The Secret of Oz with a fiat version, and we're having a debate. We're having a discussion. It's amazing sometimes, but I'm not mad at Ed. I'm just frustrated. Let's talk to Woody in Seattle. Woody, you're on the air.
Hey, thanks, Alex. I just want to say that Bob Chapman, Gerald Celente, and Peter Schiff have been my three economic advisors for the last couple of years, and those guys have saved me. I'm retired now, and my question to Bob
You know how many cops have sent me letters? I mean, I don't want to get into the whole story, but one of the cops that sent me the MIAC report said that all of the state police in his group are totally into the show now. You know why? He convinced them 6 years ago to start buying gold, and they're all making giant profits. See, that'll get somebody's attention. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. I was one of the guys that got hired before they instituted the low IQ requirement.
So you're in the so you're an officer too.
I'm retired, 25 years.
Yeah.
Bob, where's the sovereign debt crisis going? I know it's out of the news now. I know it hasn't gone away. And where do you see that leading in the next 12 months? Do you see it reemerging? You see it coming back in the spotlight and rearing its ugly head? And if so, where is it going to take us with regards to gold and our currency?
Are you referring to Greece and the others that are in trouble over in Europe?
The pigs.
That's right. That's right.
Right. Well, it's fluid. It's ongoing, and they've had demonstrations for the last couple of weeks, particularly this past week. And I was on Greek radio again this past week, and told them, what I thought. And I think, first of all, Germany says we're not going to put up any more money. Now, there's a group of nations that put up almost $1 trillion. It's not going to be enough. They'll need $3 or $4 trillion, and it's not going to be forthcoming. So ultimately, the sovereign nations in Europe, and then in England, and then in the United States, are all going to default. They have to. There is no way.
Who do you think's next? I mean, is it going to start in Asia, Europe, here?
Oh, I think it'll definitely start in Europe, in England, and then here.
Okay, I hope that answers your question, Woody. We're going to try to cram in as many calls. On the other side's every question ready. Quick answers from Bob Chapman straight ahead. PrisonPlanet.tv.
What is a wind generator?
How can the wind produce power for a small cabin?
How can wind energy be stored and used during an emergency?
Can I assemble my own wind generator?
For answers to questions about wind power, visit windbluepower.com. Did you know the wind could provide your family with emergency power? It can with a wind generator from windbluepower.com. Learn how our amazing LightBreeze wind generator kits start charging a 12-volt battery and just 6 mile per hour wind. Or see the new Cyclone X2 dual kit featuring 2 wind generators on just 1 tower. And learn why schools and universities across the country utilize our products to teach about wind power and alternative energy at windbluepower.com. All kits qualify for a 30% IRS tax credit for residential energy efficient property. Enter coupon code RADIO for a 5% discount at windbluepower.com. That's windbluepower.com or call 800-976-0026. That's 800-976-0026.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The New World Order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Afraid to answer it? Afraid to answer your door? Did you know that debt settlement, bankruptcy, and attorneys will cost you about 10 times more than you would legally be required to pay creditors? These are not ways to help you get out of debt. They are expensive payment plans. And if you're in debt already, does it make sense to load yourself up with another payment plan? Zero debt in 90 days gets you out of debt in 90 days, guaranteed. And that's the website you need to visit right now, ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. Zero debt in 90 days gets you out of debt without a payment plan and without attorneys or going to court. ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com is the quickest solution to debt relief on the planet. If you have more than $25,000 in credit card debt, student loans, or difficult mortgage situation, we can help, and we are the only organization to provide written guarantees on the results. Go to ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. That's ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com.
Here's a brief little news blip. Romanian police join demonstrations against austerity plans. Same thing in Spain, same thing in Greece. As soon as the cops figure out they're with the people, we bring down the New World Order. There's plenty of resources, plenty of jobs, plenty of money if we didn't have the globalists who openly want to destroy the economy to make us dependent on them. Let's talk to Taylor in New Mexico. Taylor, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. Hi, Bob. Y'all are a beacon of light in a dark world. I like what y'all are doing for us. I just wanted to ask Bob a couple of questions. Well, 2 real quick questions. One, as the economy gets worse And as gold rises and, as this whole, situation degrades itself, are there any certain commodities that we should be looking at as well, their increase as well as gold, against the waning decline of the dollar? And second, I have a father who owns a sheet metal aluminum manufacturing business, manufactures like metal panels and stuff like that, and they get all of their steel from either Mexico, China, overseas, that sort.
A dropping dollar should help him because more manufacturing will happen. That's the silver lining. Was that your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bob, a quick answer, please, sir.
The first part of it, I get sidetracked on the second part because I started thinking about other things. The first part was...
What was the first?
Looking at different commodities versus the dollar.
Oh, I got the answer for you. First of all, oil and petrochemical products are dicey. And so where do you go? You go to the food, the softs and the beans. You go to corn, wheat, soybeans.
No Russian food, no Russian wheat exports this year. That should drive wheat up, right?
Well, wait a minute. How about when they get the worst drought in 47 years in Brazil? I mean, that is a big producer. And, of course, coffee as well will be cut back. But go into the food items. And I've been recommending that since the beginning of the year. And the reason I did is I had farmers come to me who were subscribers, and they said, what do? I get silos full of this stuff. And I said, you hold on to it in the summer, and into the fall the prices will be much higher. And fortunately, I was right again.
Oh, right again. That's why you're so evil.
No deviltry from you now.
They just hate us because we're so right, Bob. Hey, God bless you, Taylor. One more, and I'm sorry to David and Jim. We'll go to Brian in South Carolina. You're our tail gunner, Brian. Hit us and hit us hard.
Hey, Alex. Hey, Bob. First question's for Bob. Do you think that the demand for silver and gold increases or decreases the price of gasoline? I just wanted to get your opinion on that.
Well, that's a controlled mega cartel. That's what he just said. It's dicey. But generally, it's an uptrend. Correct, Bob?
Well, I think platinum is used in the cracking process, is it not?
I'm not sure about...
for gasoline?
I'm not sure.
But other than that, platinum and palladium, they operate on their own, and they've done quite well, quite frankly. In fact, better than silver and gold have. And the main reason is that they're not suppressed by government.
Anything else, Brian?
Yeah, well, one more question for Bob, and then I got one quick one for you. I guess where I'm coming from is, as you see people begin to choose and juggle the two different options as far as currency, when they look at gold, silver, and dollars and all of these things, what I was thinking was, what effect does that have on the value of silver compared to the dollar, compared to the price of gas? Because you can see sometimes, the price of gasoline, it almost seems, is what is holding our economy together. That's what they're using to back the currency.
Yeah, well, generally, when other commodities go up, you'll see fuel go up. But, Bob, is that correct?
That's correct. And don't forget, if gold and silver are going up, if gasoline stays the same, or even if it goes up, it's not going to go up, at least in the last 10 years, that's what we've learned. It's not going to go up more than what the value of your gold and silver are. I'm out of time. Brian, what was your quick question for me?
It's this. You were talking about fluoride in the water. I've got a theory on that. I feel like our bodies are being fluoridated because they're planning on depolymerizing all these bodies.
We're out of time.
Thank you for listening to GCN.
See you back Sunday, folks.
GCN Live.
4 p.m. Central. Spread the word. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it.